Hey, I'm finally playing Nameless. It's been over 2 weeks since it came out and I've been meaning to play it for a while. I even missed watching Mumei's stream of it just so I could go in blind. Game said there was controller support, but controller isn't working. I probably have to restart the game, but I'll just use keyboard. That's fine. I don't know a whole lot about this game. In terms of the game itself, I know it's based off of Mumei's song, Mumei. Art style is based off the music video and everything. And the general story and theme is also similar to the music video, although there was a disclaimer when I started the game that this is just a work of love and is it not anything canon and to come up with your own theories and your own story. It's nothing concrete, so yeah. As far as I know, it's a platforming puzzle game, and hopefully it's only a few hours. I don't imagine it's only a few hours, depending on how quickly I get through the puzzles, I suppose. So I guess I'll get started. I will embark. The options, should always check it. Options. Okay. Embark. Yeah, I saw this game when it was first being developed by, is it SK Jinx? I should probably be reading this out, shouldn't I? Okay, that was a lot more text than I was expecting. But a good intro. Nice music. I really probably should have read that out, but I didn't feel like I would do it justice. This isn't the first time I've forgotten. Yet not once have I remembered. Melancholic dreams I can't quite ever recall. No memories, no recollections. Just an echo of something missing. A featureless face. Was it theirs or mine? A name one lost time. I think it belongs to me? It's a clever way of doing that. I promise I will find you once more. I'm liking the music so far. It's very almost sad. Melancholic is a good word for it. This world, a host. Host for a lost apparition, I think that said. I'll wander forever if I have to. Okay, so there's wall jumping. solitude of a lost soul. Oh? Have I gotten closer to you? Shift Y to push and pull objects, okay. I'm gonna assume this is to get up here. Have you seen me? Please look at me. Cruelty of loneliness. It threatens to swallow everything whole. There is no solace to merely knowing they exist out there. I need them to know that I'm here too. I feel like this game's theme of loneliness hits pretty close to home for a lot of people, especially after COVID. Faded the search again and again. What will you call yourself this time? Does it matter? This world is empty. Awoken by fleeting whispers. A voice I didn't recognize. Enveloped in a shroud of darkness. How much time has passed? Oh, it's the eyes, it's the eggs. Okay. Again, I find myself lost. This is going to be one of those games where it's like a cycle. I've started this journey countless times, and it's different every time. You're out there. How could you not be? Do you feel my presence too? I'll leave once more and call out to the open sky, and wait for the wind to carry my words to you. Perhaps I'll be able to speak to you again, if only just to tell you... It's raining. Did I end up finding you? Oh, that's just a tooltip or whatever. Ooh, it's an owl person. Is it a human? I've seen you wander these lands over countless lifetimes. To this day you remain here. Your eyes look upon this place as if it were the first time, even though part of you knows it's not. Is that all you had to say? You just been watching me this whole time? You venture out here in search of what? There's a reason you're looking. The need to come back time and time again. But when you find what you're looking for, will you simply never return? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right, you jumped up. I'm forgetting things too. Look around you. There's nothing left for you here. But even so, something calls out to you. You can feel their presence, can't you? Somewhere out there, they're waiting. But when you find nothing here, that emptiness you feel, the pain that etched itself into you, how much can one's soul endure? Okay. Travel into the darkness again, only to vanish into the abyss. You would rather be lost than give up. Courageous, no doubt. You can say that you'll find what you're after. But perhaps you can find this useful once more. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's the lantern? It's Mumei's lantern. Ah. So be able to see in the dark now. So I can go further than I did before. My path forward is clear. I'll search for you no matter what. I like how I can play this with one hand. I can even like monitor stuff with my right hand in OBS and still play. Are you worried about what waits ahead? Undiscover the remembrance of where it is. If you have to travel this world unknown, so be it. Your mind is made up, so what is there to fear? Trust yourself. So just jump? Do I have to wall jump? Or am I supposed to fall? I'm hoping I'm supposed to fall. Across this world, my name lost meaning over time. Eventually, it became nothing at all. I became a shadow, casted by faded memories. But I'm still here, searching. Please speak my name and carry it on for me, so others will know I walked alongside you and guided you until the end. Where am I? Okay, now I feel like the game's actually starting. The gameplay part of it. Have I been here before? And the puzzle part. Oh, what are these? Just moving platforms? The ruins from Friend and such? Fragments from the world above remain here. This probably would be a lot easier with the controller, but I'd have to restart the game. And I would assume it saves my progress, but I don't know for sure. I haven't seen any like saving icons. I didn't say it auto-saves, but who knows. No matter what I do, I always return to these ruins. Forest? Oh, it's the person with the face. Smooth face, I think they called it at the beginning. From the music video. You're the one who's been waiting. I don't know how long it's been. Dot dot dot. How did you know to wait for me? How did you know to come looking? How did I know to come looking for you? Dot dot dot. Please, tell me why I'm here. Why did I come all this way? Dot dot dot. Yep, dot dot dot. I can't tell you what you're looking for if you don't know why you're here. Then it isn't time for us to meet. Oh. I'll be waiting for you. She was no longer alone, if only for a moment. What about all the humans, all the owls? They were there too. It sparked a desire in her to travel unbound. A journey that would free her. Her desire to see the girl again only grew. There would be nowhere she wouldn't travel in search of answers, clouded by darkness. She would finally know the meaning of her wandering. Unburdened by fear or uncertainty. There's a lot of reading in this game, I was not expecting that. This hollow chasm in your heart. Chasm? Do you believe someone else can fill it? Is that what you tell yourself? There isn't even a name to call out to. So it seems like the red text is kind of negative. negative narrator or inner thoughts. How long have you been there? After all this time you waited, I need to find you again. I won't forget about you. Together we'll escape this void. Leave here and begin our own journey. I want you to look at me and I want you to tell me that. Tell me what? Oh, the moon's broken. I can feel this world trying to separate us. Is the world falling apart? I can't stay here anymore. There was never anything here for me. We'll leave this all behind. End this nightmare for good. Oh. Eventually it all passes from sight, doesn't it? How many people have come and gone and left you behind? A bleak existence all by yourself. Replaying snippets of painful memories on repeat. Halcyon days that are long gone. I'm all that you have left. Oh. You want to see her? Go ahead. Search your heart's deepest recesses. So I noticed during that, I wasn't the one continuing the dialogue. For most of the dialogue, you have to press the interact button to move to the next message, but for the red text, it just goes by itself. I've traveled unimaginable distances just to end up in the same place. I refuse to return to this vacant world. Your presence is the only thing that's ever persisted. The only assurance that I exist. I can't forget you, for both our sakes. If you're gone, who's to say we ever really met? Who's to say I ever existed at all? Far below the surface, scrambled parts of my memory reside. Okay. Ladders. Abandoned. Remains from people who once called this home long ago. All will remember that you were here. I wonder if I walked these same rooms with you at one time. Hold down, jump to pass through thin platform. Oh, down and jump, okay. Or mount ladders from above. I don't know why it told me that there. What will I leave behind once I'm gone? Will anyone even be around to find it? Why do you do this to yourself? Okay, now I'm continuing. You have to press a button. There's no one left. They fade away with time, just like everything else. No one will remember you. Maybe it was just that one scene where it went by itself, which is still weird. And again, the red lettering, oops, seems to be like the negative voice. Oh my gosh, all the way back here? Really? The red lettering seems to be the negative thoughts in my head. I'm assuming this is all the same text. Yeah, looks like it. So you get put back quite a ways if you fall. Again, this would be a lot easier with a controller. Rubble and ash, all that's left. Time after time, I try to get you to remember who you are, but all you do is cry out to the endless void. Every pointless attempt at amity, but nobody even knows you're here. You're a ghost. No, it's kinda true. Oh, okay. Why care so much about preserving the memory of those who have long forgotten you? The harder you try to remember them, the more you forget about me. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I can no longer hear that phrase without thinking of Fauna. Civilization continues on, leaving its past to rest. I'll remember to visit again. Do I just... oh. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was supposed to make that or not. Where's my lantern? What happened to my lantern? I just noticed. Did I forget it somewhere? No, I'm supposed to walk. My past and present converge. So we're back at the cliff edge where we met the girl the first time. Lantern? Not, oh. So this is a memory? The people that remember this lantern, they will always have something to guide them. All the music. To help them find meaning. To remind them they're not alone. I know you'll continue searching out these final embers until these final embers die out. Observing civilization in its life. Silently watching over people. Recording humanity's progress and being a part of their successes and their struggles. Many lifetimes will pass before you are done, but even so, your name, this lantern's fire, both will cease to exist in time. But memories of you and the glow of this flame will continue to exist beyond your time here. And trust that no matter the form you may take on, know that mankind will cherish you forever as you are now, long after your name has been spoken for the last time. I'm starting to see why Mumei got emotional at the end of her stream, which I have not seen, by the way, I've just heard about. And I'm looking forward to watching it after I finish. Can I go back? I figured they'd be using a remix of the song somewhere in here, but that's a very nice, sad, melancholic remix of it. You again. Why can't you just accept things as they are? Chasing distant echoes as they lead you astray. Nowhere to go, no place to call home, drifting aimlessly, constantly searching, and to what end? Even if you find someone, you'll still be nobody. You're as lost as ever. So is this like the antagonist? The villain? Is there gonna be a giant boss battle at the end? Fighting whoever that is? These twisting landscapes are so familiar. Liminal places that border here and unreality. That's a sentence. Have I truly lost you in these expanses? How many times have I forgotten you? Okay, this is getting a little bit more intense now, the platforming. Why are you still willing to wait for me? So I'm starting to see a pattern just with game progression now. It's interesting that we started by going right a whole bunch, then we got that memory, now we're moving back to the left. I might be thinking too much into it. Do I just... Oh, I probably have to... knock this down somehow? No? Do I just have to jump? That doesn't seem right. Yeah, there's no way I can make that. Okay. That was a little tricky. Didn't realize I could go down underneath that platform and drag the box. Oh. Was that an owl? It was. You can feel it suffocating everything around, can't you? That familiar isolation. It's easier to just let it eat away at you. To let yourself return to nothing. But deep down that thought haunts you. It follows at your heels, waiting to drag you into the furthest reaches of despair. It must be daunting, just trying to keep your head above water. One slip and you'll drown. Even so, remember how many you've helped stay afloat. How many were in the dark until you brought light to them. You can see what this game is trying to tell me. And it's very true. Oh, okay. So that's not the way to do that. I've also noticed that the ruins are getting older, like from older time periods. Memories are precious to people. They're affirmations of their existence. By choosing not to remember and search, you deny yourself this existence. You have the choice to either suffer as somebody or feel nothing as nobody. You may not always like what you remember, but it's proof there's a you to find. Yeah? I'd say that our existence is pretty much just accumulation of our memories. That makes sense. Moon. Smile. Time. Feathers. An untitled story, erased and rewritten countless times. Oh. Looked like she said Mumei. But I might be just seeing what I want to see, right? And now the moon is black. That can't be good. There's a certain malaise to all this emptiness, don't you think? For a human lifespan, they never get to see how time transforms these lands. For you, it's the mere blink of an eye. I wonder how that must feel, to see entire civilizations grow and crumble, burdened with immutability. Some envy you because of this fact, while others, understandably, wouldn't wish that fate on anyone. Yeah, it's kind of the whole dilemma of being immortal, right? If you're immortal, you're also inevitably going to be alone. My name has been lost countless times over history, but not once has it ever been discovered. No name for you to speak. Tasked with archiving humanity's exploits. Even though eventually there will be nothing left to record. Shiori? Is this what you're searching for? Someone to accompany you through this world? After all this time, you've guided those around you. But who's to do the same for you? Do you have a name? What do I call you? Oh? Oh, we got buttons. Is it timed? Nope. Just a toggle. One-time toggle. Level complete. Is this another memory? Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Curious, is my mic picking up my keyboard noises? I do have a noise gate on, so I don't think it is, which is nice. Keyboard's pretty clacky, so... What do I do? Oh, yes. Whoop. Okay. Oh. Alright. Got like mechanisms now. Which is weird, because it's like, what, ancient Rome, the architecture? I don't really think of gears when I think of ancient Rome. But I guess the game does have to get more complicated in terms of mechanics. Oh boy. Yeah, wall jumping is a little tricky on keyboard. Okay. Oh. Okay, I guess we go down. Nope, we go the other way. Missed it. Should have gone to the far wall. Is it gonna put me all the way back at the beginning? Wow. Okay, that's a little harsh. I mean, these aren't necessarily hard puzzles in platforming, but it's enough that if you make a tiny mistake, it's a little harsh to send me all the way back. Oh, I need to step on it for a while. It's not just a press and it goes up all the way. Okay. Alright, now that I know what to do here. Assume. Yep. Okay. Oh, that was right near the end, too. Of course. At least I did second try. You again. Another dead world. Such a propensity to travel across civilization's decaying remains. Forced to return to these tombs over and over again. Barren memories. Desolate realities. It eventually all becomes the same for you. Time unable to grant you the luxury of taking you along with it. Crony's not taking us along? Left behind for eternity. I don't know if these are actually references to other Hololive members, but it's kind of fun to think about it that way. And the game said you can interpret this any way you want to, so... Further down you go, splitting this incorporeal plane in reality more and more, incorporeal. It's no longer a question of where you will end up when this journey is complete. It's a question of who you will be. Is this an elevator? Or just a bridge that's coming up? No, looks like an elevator to me. Classic Dark Souls elevator, right? With a pressure plate to bring it up. Should I do the strat of preemptively hitting the button to send it back up before leaving? That classic Dark Souls strategy. Abandoned long ago. So now this looks a lot more modern. It's got like metal pipes and stuff. So stuff isn't necessarily getting older. Teeming with life, though none of it human. Nature? Yet it feels like this very construct itself is breathing and thinking. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Do I need to do that first? Yes. Okay. Not too bad. A lot of pain is simply the natural grief of human existence. If so, then perhaps you're a lot more human than you think. Not human by measure of your lifespan, but human by your sense of curiosity, by your desire to be acknowledged and loved. Oh. Okay. That was meant to happen. Oh, there's water. Not a time section, please. Okay. Not too bad. I was gonna say something there. Oh yeah, I like the idea that humanity is defined by their curiosity and desire to be loved rather than their lifespan. I feel like if we were defined by our lifespan, that would be pretty sad. And now we have electricity. Lights. So maybe actually we're going forward in time. It's just the first area was the ruins of civilization, and now we're kind of... Oh boy. Okay. So that one last. Okay. Easy. I was a little worried there for a moment, but... Now, of course, that's assuming I don't have to do it again if I die. I really hope that if I do die, I don't have to do it again. So, you know what? Let's just not die. That's the easy solution. Okay, awesome. Oh, wait. I thought this was the end of the level, or area. But maybe not. Why do the unremarkable sights of places long abandoned by people weigh on you so heavily? People lost to time you never knew, or perhaps nobody knew, needlessly shouldering the responsibility of their memories. Filled with so many experiences and recollections that you barely know which are your own anymore. Asked to witness their history, but doomed to eventually forget it all. Places they've built, people you've seen, mementos they've left behind. What is one single life to you? Oh. Okay. That was a checkpoint, right? I've gotta say, the platforming actually feels really good in this. You know how some platforming games, the controls can feel really floaty or jerky or whatever? They feel really good in this. Like, tight, but not needing too much precision or timing. Okay. Okay, might. Well, what does this one do? Okay. I guess I need to get that box up there, don't I? But how do I... Oh. Right. I kind of wish I knew what this button did. I don't think I can make it up that. Do I need to... If I... I don't think that does much for me. I know I need that box up top, right? Missing something? I'm just going in circles now. Again, I wish I knew what that button did. Maybe I wasn't supposed to push it yet? Can I go back and reset stuff? No. Unless maybe if I die, that might reset everything. But I don't know where that will send me back to. What if I push this into the hole? Oh, these aren't holes. Maybe these do something else that I'm not aware of. I mean, if I could get on the other side... I almost feel like I'm missing a game mechanic. Like, can I make that? I don't think I can. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way that's it. Well, I'm stuck. I have no idea what it wants me to do. feel like I've gone through every possible combination of box on thing. Again, the only thing I can think of is that I wasn't supposed to push that button yet, and somehow that screwed me. I really don't want to go back, though. Because if I die, I have to do that lever puzzle again, and I don't know if I can replicate that so easily. I mean, there's no way that I just soft-locked myself. Can I unhit the button? No. See, it's times like this where it's nice to have a chat that can backseat you. Nothing over here. Yeah, gosh. Again, there's no way to delay this, right? These are basically just on or off. It's the only option I have. What if I... See, it's so close. I could almost get on top of it. I almost feel like that might be it, but gosh, that's really quick and hard to do, especially with a keyboard. There's no way, right? Am I missing a control that it just never told me? There's no way this is it, but I can't think of anything else. I can't get up there unless one of these two are open, but I would need a box to jump up on top of that one, and this one only I can bring up. I'm on this side, I need to be on the other side of it. Can I... Maybe I just need to jump really high. Or maybe if I... There's no way that's it. If I do it from this side, and like very quickly jump on the box? No, because I'd have to push the box far enough to like right about here, and by the time it's there, it's too high already. I don't know what to do. All the puzzles up to this point were pretty self-explanatory and simple, and then suddenly you get to this one and it's like, yeesh. I might have to go watch Mumei's VOD to figure out how she got past this part. You know what? Let me check. Before I restart the level, I'm gonna check the comments on the itch.io page. Because I think I saw something. I wonder. What is my FPS at? Okay, my FPS is plenty high enough. I know there were things that talked about having low FPS can make things impossible. You know what? I'm just gonna restart the level. And hope that I just did something out of order. I will have to do the levers again, it looks like, which is horrible. Oh, wait. Really? Gonna tease me like that? Okay, still easy. See, like that puzzle? Simple. Most of the time, lever puzzles can be pretty intimidating. I wonder if it's a thing of my FPS being too high, so the blocks are coming out faster than they're supposed to. It said on the page, though, that high FPS didn't have any problems. So I don't think that's the issue. I don't know, let me figure out what that button did. I would assume it just opened up that top part, and that's it. Which doesn't help me a whole lot. Actually, I just got an idea. What is down here? I understand now. I completely forgot you can go through platforms like that. And now I know what this button did. See, this is a little unintuitive, because up to this point, falling down holes, I mean, except for like 1 or 2 parts, falling down holes like that means death. So, that's why I didn't even think about coming down here. I mean, I did try to fall down these holes. Wow, voice crack. But then I realized, oh, there's a grate there. I can't fall down. That's kind of nice, so that you don't die here. But you actually do have to go down there. I feel like it would have been better to just leave them open and not have the grates over top of them. Because, yeah, that had me stumped. I'm glad I figured it out by myself, though. Had that epiphany there as I was going through that one part. I was like, oh yeah, you can go through platforms sometimes. And it's a little unclear sometimes which ones you can go through and which ones... Gosh. It's hard to jump off the ladders. And which ones you can't. Don't die. Oof. Okay. Whew. Yeah, platform is getting a little bit tighter. Oh. Okay, that's different. You again. Was it worth it? To see nothing but remains? This is all your own doing. You didn't have to journey out here. You could have just kept on existing without having to worry about anyone else. The feeling of loneliness doesn't even compare to the pain of abandonment. They left us behind. Who cares if we forget about them? So this must be like part of our conscience or inner thoughts, our negative inner thoughts. Representation of that. You can still go back. Forget about all of this and just go back to how things were. No need to retread these tired grounds. If you keep going, you'll eventually end up right back here. Oh, my mouse is on screen. My bad. Oh, her face is uncovered. You came all this way to find me once again. That thought is comforting. If everything was simply an illusion, will that change anything? Vivid reflections of your innermost fears and far-reaching dreams. There exists a poignant, wondrous, fleeting point in time in this world where we laughed and cried together. That is our story. It would never be written about in some book or recorded as history. So promise me no matter where you are, we'll find each other over and over again. We owe it to ourselves to not be forgotten, even if it's just one other soul who knows we're searching. For each and every person that you lead through this life, know that they are proof of your existence, and you are proof of theirs. You may never see a single one of their faces, speak to all of them, or say their names, but in those memories there is undeniable proof you were both here. They sought connections, and you created and nurtured them. All across the world you helped bring people closer, no longer just a simple observer, but a guide. Even if you have no name to give, that is not what they will hold on to dearly to remember you by. So continue on, as nameless as you were when you first began. I gotta say that, wow, that was a horrible voice crack. I gotta say the writing in this is really good. Just the way they word things and kind of explain stuff and it makes sense still. You can see the message they're trying to say. This is no longer a dream. Wished into reality. Each person with an unspoken desire to know who I am. Our lives forever bound together. Intertwined by loving memories we can always revisit. Thank you for finding me. Chronicles of this reality come to an end. It's a new start. Wait. Yeah, it is. Oh, I completely missed reading that. These humans? Little humans? Big human? A reality fractured by unfounded memories. Wandering spirits that wait for you in a different life. Civilization will watch as future chapters that have yet to be written begin to unfold. While you may forget these as time passes, the stories you leave behind is what will help build history. Passed around by those that you guided, ensuring continuity? Yeah, of your life and travels forever. A living narrative regaling your existence in this world. Nameless from this life and to the next, but never forgotten. A sense of peace. Solitude, not loneliness. I'm not alone in this world. and I won't be alone in the next. The next chapter we start will be together. And the light snuffs out. Trusting others to keep your memory alive as you did for them. They'll be gone eventually, taking those memories of you with them, erasing us from existence. Meanwhile, memories of them is all that you will have left. That is, until you continue forth to repeat this cycle again. I'll be watching, waiting for you to inevitably make the same mistake again. I can only hope to prevent you from repeating it. Fated to forget everything and wander once more. Are you ever gonna see your face? I mean, obviously it's the same face, but I'll repeat things however many times I have to. Are you ready to continue our story? You've got all the time in the world. And that's it. SK Jinx. This was beautiful. Again, the writing was fantastic. So story-wise, it's pretty much a 10 out of 10. I mean, especially if you understand the whole thing of how Mumei feels about loneliness and where she's at these days. So I can absolutely understand why Mumei got emotional at the end of this. And now I can go watch the VOD and cry with her, right? But anyway, back to kind of reviewing it. Oh hey, the hood's down now. Gameplay-wise, again, platforming felt really good. Even using the keyboard, I was able to do pretty precise jumps and feel comfortable with it. Puzzles, for the most part, were pretty self-explanatory. There was that one puzzle that I had trouble with, but I think ultimately that came down to a skill issue. It wasn't a problem with the puzzle, really. Although, again, I would have changed it so that those grates weren't there, just to make it a little more obvious. Although, I guess if you take the grates away, then people would assume still that it's death. And with the grates there, they might get a little bit more curious. I don't know. It just depends on how people think, I suppose. But other than that one puzzle, I was able to breeze through most of them. I mean, it took me a little over an hour to get to the credits, even with that part getting stuck. Soundtrack is absolutely incredible. Art is incredible. Overall, it's an incredible game. It's beautiful. The message is amazing. If your goal was to make Mumei cry, you absolutely probably did it. I know that sounds terrible, but cry of happiness. And as well as probably lots of humans that have played this. Yeah, what else do I have to say about this? If you haven't played it yourself, I would definitely recommend that. Even if you watched this and have seen full playthroughs, just experiencing it by yourself, which I've probably been by myself this whole time, just kind of talking about it. But experiencing it by yourself is different. Experiencing it alone is different. Kind of ironic. And as far as gameplay, I feel like everybody will be able to get through this game pretty comfortably. If you really need to, you can look up how to do the puzzles, that's fine. Platforming wise, I feel like everybody will be able to do it. Might take a couple tries in some places, but definitely doable. I will say the checkpoints are a little harsh. I almost feel like there should be a checkpoint before each platforming section and not just before each area. But it's still fine. I still managed to get through each area pretty quickly. There was a lot more reading than I was expecting. I don't know, I see games like this and I almost expect it to be a wordless narrative, you know? Kind of like Limbo, Inside, Little Nightmares, stuff like that. And the previous game I just played, Far Lone Sails, didn't have a whole lot of text in it. If any, actually, except for some billboards and stuff. So I've kind of come to expect these games to be... yeah, not have a whole lot of text, but this one was the opposite. It had a ton of text, but it was all beautiful writing. A little complex in places, but a good complex message that I definitely agree with. I feel like most people would. And yeah, I loved it. I'm glad I finally got to play it. It is definitely a different type of game than I've streamed on here before. Of course, I haven't streamed a lot, but most of my games I try and focus more on action and fun and stuff like this. This one was a lot more emotional and thoughtful, brooding, melancholic, which is fine. It's good to play a game like this every so often. It's definitely... I know a lot of people make the argument for and against if video games are art. I'm one of the people that says they absolutely are, and I feel like this is one of the best examples of that. Because if you had done this in just like a video or just text or a PowerPoint or any other kind of medium, it probably wouldn't have hit quite the same. Video games allow a much different experience. Even just walking simulator video games, it's still an extra level of interaction that boosts the experience. And this was a lot more than a walking simulator. It actually had some fun puzzles and platforming and stuff in it, which is a big plus. And another big plus is it's free. I put the link down in the description. If you want to play it yourself, you can go and download it, play it. It's pretty small, pretty quick to jump into the game. Again, there apparently is controller support. I think because I connected my controller after starting up the game, it didn't detect it, and that's why it didn't work. So I just played with keyboard. Keyboard's fine. It worked just fine. I know I complained a little bit about doing wall jumps with keyboard, but it was still doable, obviously. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. Like I said last stream, I want to continue to play more Hololive fan games this week. This was the first one I wanted to do, obviously. It's also probably the most serious one that I'm going to do. Tomorrow, I think I'll play the Age of Advent, is what it is called, the Advent minigames made by Kevin Cow. It looks like a lot of fun. And it's also on Steam, and is also free. So I think I'll just play a little bit of that tomorrow, around the same time. And yeah, do I have anything else to say in terms of this game or tomorrow? I don't think so. My voice is tired from reading. I know it's weird to say, but reading for some reason takes a lot more than just talking. I think because you have to really focus on pronunciation and making sure you're saying things with the right tone, or hopefully the right tone. It can be hard to tell sometimes. And that's the most out loud reading I've done in a long time. I'm not complaining though, it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. If you watched even a little bit, I appreciate it. And I'm probably gonna go watch Mumei's VOD now, so prepare myself to cry, right? I mean, even this, just playing it, made me a little bit teary, I have to admit. So, yeah, I have a feeling the VOD's gonna be difficult to watch, but it's gonna be happy tears, right? So yeah, thanks for coming by and watching and experiencing this with me. Go experience it yourself. I highly recommend it. And if you're one of the weird people that have stumbled across this and you have no idea who Nanashi Mumei is, I guess I should have said this at the beginning, but she's a member of Hololive English, a VTuber, and she is an amazing singer, and just relatively recently released a new song called Mumei, which is what this game is based off of. That and the music video for it. So go check it out, because it's amazing. Probably should put a link to it in the description, that would make sense, right? And, okay, I think I've babbled on long enough. I should end it here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow if you want to come and watch me play Age of Advent. That's what I'll be doing. So bye.